Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then please subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Today I have a classic Panasonic R-1159 made Japan, yeah, AM portable radio. I purchased my radio for a total of $13 shipped from eBay, yeah, it's a deal, dude. It really wasn't that great of a deal if you saw the pictures, which you're going to shortly. Yeah, it didn't come in perfect shape. Definitely didn't come in looking like this. So let's go over dimensions real quick, and then we'll kind of go into details about what it looked like and how I cleaned it up. So dimension-wise, 5 3/8 inch long, 2 3/4 inches tall, and 1.5 inches thick. And we'll go over features since we have the radio in my hand. On the left-hand side, we have the headphone jack. On the front, we have a little emblem there, Panasonic. Yeah. We have about a 2-inch speaker. We have that round tuning dial, which I love. That is so classic. I mean, come on. Way cool. Forget going across. Do it in a circle. Yeah. So much better. It's got this chrome, I don't know what you call this, like a bezel. Yeah, it's kind of glued on there. Panasonic. All right. On the right-hand edge here, you can see it's got a little bit of damage. It's on this aluminum plate, brushed and then semi-polished. We have the volume on-off switch. Okay. Top of the radio, you notice I have the tuning wheel. Beautiful. That's about it for the top. This radio was meant to sit like this, which is pretty neat. I like this form factor. Actually, this is one of my favorite form factors. Reminds me of the P36 Sony and the 306 I reviewed. I just like this style. It's neat. I mean, a lot of people like the handheld style like this, but I'm more of a tabletop. I like doing that, so that's me. Bottom of the radio, you can see the notch where you pop your nickel in and open it up. This one's actually pretty easy to open. Opens at the bottom and hinges at the top. On the back of the radio, it's got a little symbol showing where and things happen. On, off, loudness, tuning. Here we got the model number Panasonic R-1159. Sweet. Runs on a 9-volt battery. And it tells you which one to use. Company and made in Japan. Sweet. This brownness here, it's permanent staining. I think it got heat or chemical because that did not come off no matter what I did with that. So I left it alone. It's almost like deep in the plastic. So more of in a case. Earphone pointing at the earphone jack. So there you go. Get the idea. We'll go ahead and set this down. Let's look at some pictures real quick. All right, so here, this picture. Yeah, this is how it arrived. I opened my box up and I'm like, ooh, they don't look as good as the picture on eBay. Yeah, it looked crappy and it wasn't working. And yeah, it was not fun. The second picture here, you can see why it didn't work. Look at all that gunk in that volume knob wheel there. Oh, just nasty. It makes you want to wear gloves. Third picture here, you can see inside the radio, I had to clean up the PCB board. It was really filthy. It was full of dust and dirt and grime. I don't know how it got dirty this bad. I mean, was it kept outside? Was it, I don't know how. It just aged years upon years of just being stored in a bad spot. It's the only thing I could guess. But the cool thing was, I noticed the ferrite bar was a 3/8 and 1/8 inch length. I thought that was pretty nice. Pretty long for a smaller portable. So in this last picture here, you'll see I took everything out so I could clean the case up. And this is really nice because Panasonic's, most of these made in Japan ones are great. They have screws for the speaker, like little brackets you can undo and take the speaker out. It's amazing. And the only thing that took a little bit of effort was getting the headphone jack removed. And I just used a pair of tweezers to get the locking nut out. So yeah, with the PCB out, I was able to clean everything up and get it back to like new or as close to new as possible. So let's get back to our radio. Yeah, so way different, huh? Look at that. So yeah, the window here was really bad. I took the Mother's Carnauba car wax. Works really good for me. I mean, you could get better probably, but this is fine as long as I can see through. Yeah, that was it. And then cleaning this out, having that remove that PCB out was great. I was able to use a little micro brush and clean out all the little holes, and that was just a breeze to do. So here in the volume control, you take the screw out, of course, take the knob out, knob off, lift up the little Teflon or nylon shield to get to the potentiometer. And what I've learned And I know there's different practices. Some people will use a solvent-based, followed by the oil-based, and then followed by a fader-type lube. And what I did is I used this product here, their Deoxic 100L, which is no solvent. I wanted to stay away from any kind of solvent on that. And so I used this, and I just kept running it through, cleaning it up, running it through. And I think this is going to work out great. Some people may even follow this up with there's a Deoxic Gold or the fader for more protection. But this seems to work really well. If you guys wanted to check out this, it's a pretty expensive little bottle. I think it's like 20 bucks. But you don't use much. You just use a little tiny bit. I use probably a little, I don't know, like a micro Q-tips, like a 1 drop probably to clean mine up. That's all it took. So there you go. A little insider information. If you're restoring these radios, it's good to know. It's good to know the products. And yeah, so I stay away from solvent-based so I avoid potentially ruining the volume pot. So something to keep in mind. All right, so what can we talk about? Let's go to do a band scan. You guys love band scans, don't you? Well, I found out when I was working with the radio, it needed a little bit of tweaking. My dial was way off. And since I had just built a Texan 2 P3 kit, I learned about the oscillator coil. And it's closest to the tuning capacitor. And it's a little red one. And I was able to adjust it with my little plastic screwdriver that I got with the other kit. And I was able to get my dial somewhat better calibrated. I didn't do the high-end part yet, which I probably have to get it perfect. But otherwise, right now, it's functional, and I'm happy with it. So little things you learn when you build your own radio kits. There's always something that you can retain and use in future repairs or restorations of old radios like this. And it's just neat to own an old radio like this. I just love it. It's just classic. So let's go ahead and turn this on and see if we can hear some tunes tonight. I'm hearing some static. I think we have a transformer plugged in, so I'm going to unplug it. Okay. Oh yeah, before we do our band scan, we got time, right? I brought the little baby brother with. Look at this, the 1077. Yeah, I like this 1077 so much, I had to get the 1159 when I saw this one come up for auction. Cool radios. This one was made in Japan too. You guys can see that review. I think it was Pure Class I called it. Yeah, this is a good one. Love it. And yeah, another size reference for y'all. Bring out Iron Man. Iron Man! All right, let's get rolling here. Let's get some radio stations. Let's rock out to the AM band.
Sit in on the show sometime at your convenience here in Seattle. Northwest is beautiful. And come sit in on the show for all 3 hours, and then we'll go out to a festive dinner.
Festive dinner sounds good. There's a lot of stations you could work with and try to eke out over time. This will go a little quicker for the video. This is 6:30 a.m. Okay, that was 650 WSM Nashville, 434 miles.
Story here in this one. Anthony Rizzo went through the entire
This is 670. This is my local Chicago station.
Did not get a hit today. Contreras had that one single that
Oh yeah, and I always
and the fifth place hitters, whether it was Kyle Schwarber who
11:45 p.m. Central Standard.
Hayward, who later came on as well. No hits.
People like to know what time it is.
Number 5 slot in the order, and that's one of the big reasons why the Cubs
5791 or visit ooida.com.
Hi, it's Pat Patterson, the racing guy. Now,
So this is WLW 700 Cincinnati, 300 miles.
the need to reduce heat and friction isn't going away. And
What are you going to do with them? Make a little egg salad? Maybe add them to a salad? Either way, you have to...
Billions of dollars into this California in the upcoming elections, but
There's Zoomer Radio, 740 CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Kind of passed it up by next to my WGN zoomer.
But he did a big press conference this week about the arrests that were made for those 10 murders.
We'll see if this is 760.
Earlier in the week.
Right, and people would like to, get away from the casino and the show and the...
Pretty loud. That's nice. So 760 is WJR Detroit, which is 270 miles. I almost thought this was my local, coming in so clear.
We've had wildlife
ways as well. No delays to report on the Illinois tollways or Northwest
So
Indiana
780?
roads. Get traffic and weather together on the 870.
As you can tell, 750 would be hard to find on this dial because it's so tight in between those bands there.
On the low 37. Saturday, very, any of the nuts that are raw, unsalted can make a big difference. I mean, so the studies are just there. And it's incredible.
Let's find out what this is.
How well people do simply by adding nuts to their daily diet. I mean, 2 to 3 ounces.
So 800 AM is usually CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles.
The British Journal of Nutrition said what it can do for coronary artery.
As much as theirs, that recognizes its people are its greatest assets.
See what this is?
And that is built on respect for the client and the financial advisor. The investment firm you've been waiting for. Stifel.
So 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, about 300 miles.
SIPC and NYSE.
I think this is WCCO here, Minneapolis. I don't know why it's difficult for me to get in lately.
This stuff, life just makes sense now. It doesn't make sense.
Il y a le duo avec Définitaire et Motion avec une jeune
So say this is KOA Denver. Yep. It's not coming in great, but it's there. It's yeah, KOA Denver 850 AM is 890 miles. It's not too bad. So, our favorite CJBC, French station out of Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles, 860 AM. I was able to get WWL.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
A list of things to get down today. Your alarm clock,
Let's see if this is it.
coffee, public transportation, the office elevator, the sandwich you packed for lunch,
Nice.
floor printer,
It's coming in really good.
battery, the shoelace.
So 870, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles. Sweet. That is nice. Goes away, comes back. Right, directional for sure.
You can meet better. Visit GoToMeeting.com.
This is former Sheriff Newell Norman, and I'm here with Chris McMahon, co-founder and CEO of Long Branch Healthcare, a new comprehensive addiction treatment system here in
To see, oh, here, New Orleans.
a lot about addiction treatment in this area and nationally as well. What makes you
Cool. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can find WCBS. Right here.
We'll fund your business from $5,000 to good underground now. We're a direct lender. There's no middleman to cause delays or cost you money. If you've been in business for 6 months and have sales of at least $15,000 per month, we can approve you
Okay,
within
so
hours and put cash in your
880
account.
is WCBS, New York City.
Process is fast and
New York,
easy, and the best
750
part is that no
miles.
tax returns,
Sweet.
financial statements, or business plans are necessary. Experience the merchant capital source difference and get cash for your business today.
It's just, it takes so much time because it's so packed in that little bit of area there.
943-6691. That's it.
Quicken loans today at 800 Quicken. Or go to rockinmortgage.com.
Let's see where we're at. Should be 1,000, I'm guessing.
That's 800 Quicken. Start your personal savings plan with tips and tools on b2c.org. Sell your soul to the devil.
Alright, I'm not finding it.
Brought to you by the American Institute of Technology and the Ad Council.
Found it. So 1030 WBZ probably? Yep, so this is probably WBZ. Which is pretty far. It's 880 miles. We passed up a few stations, but it's cool. Let's keep rolling. Well, actually, you know what? I want to see if we can find 1020. This should be 1,000. Man, it's just so hard to get it selective. So there's 1,000. That's local. Just not getting a legible 1020. We'll keep going. Let's see what station this is.
Talking to travelers taking a spring break trip out to school. Others are headed to see family for Easter. Michelle Mako, her husband Ryan, and
1060, so KYW, Philadelphia. 700 miles. Wow. Nice.
San Juan seems to be pretty back together. The tourism industry, I think, is back. Vicky Thomas for CBS News, Detroit.
KYW, KYWHD, and WIPFM HD2, Philadelphia.
There it is. Call letters. Yay, call letters. They make me look like I know what I'm doing. Because I know what I'm doing. Loving these vintage radios, guys. I love this radio.
And early on, I came up with an interesting thought. About an hour ago, you had a caller that thought AI would help us human beings, and you asked the question how. I think the greater
So
question
1100 WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
if you're a super intelligent, soulless machine, what is your reason for being? In other words, what's the machine experience as compared to the human experience, if you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. And it's like, when do they realize that this puny human that's not as smart as it needs to go away? And that is why would they help us? Yes, unless we...
You guys have been watching Battlestar Galactica, that new series. Well, not new series, but new for, like, newer than the old one. And it just reminds me, the Cylons are coming, the Cylons are coming. Some of you guys will get that, some of you guys won't get it, but it's been pretty good. If you guys got the Amazon Prime thing going, so I'm watching it, trying to get my money's worth. There we go. It's for you sports fans. 1120 KMOX. St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles. Yay! Sounds good. The tone just so classic sound. What I expect for a radio like this to sound like. Just neat. Let's see what we got here.
Doug can do this. I've got a hunch that you can too. But here's the thing.
WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. Sweet.
You must have your ducks in a row by May 1st. So don't wait. Get over to www.getfreedomcheck
think I've heard this commercial a few times. Hoping to get call letters, but yeah. Keep it rolling.
From the dead. And like Peter,
So
like believers throughout history,
1160 WYLL, Chicago, Illinois.
firmly on the resurrection of
Must be a low power because it always seems like I gotta turn it this way. Let's find out who this is. This, I think, would be Rochester, maybe?
We're down to the last 21 customers. I am James Provenzano, your dealer for the people. Only at James Ford of Williamson, just 10 minutes east of Webster on Route 104. Or online at jamescars.com.
Offers don't combine.
Cool.
Kelly Blue Book is not affiliated with dealer. Stock number NA30. Payment structure 0 down $220 per month for 75 months at 2.9% APR. Credit requires bank approval. Excludes tax and fees.
First, fast, accurate. Rochester's news, weather, and traffic station.
Tensions high in Sacramento. I'm Jack Callahan. Fox News protesters rallying out.
There you go. WHAM.
Over the police shooting death of an unarmed
1180 Rochester, 545 miles from me. Sweet.
private family-funded autopsy released Friday, feeding that anger.
And wow, I just tuned it up a little bit and it came in clear as a bell. Same.
was shot in the back.
Same,
Police say they shot
nice.
Clark, believing he had a gun as they investigated.
Oh, not nice what's going on there, but nice that I got the reception.
Pastors in Sacramento are calling for community.
Let's see if we can eke out 1210 Philly. It's always a hard one. I don't think I'm going to get it. Mute station. Let's see if I can find that. I wasn't sure. Can't tune with my pocket here. Okay, so it's 1290. And 1290 I have is WHIO, Dayton, Ohio, 280 miles. So they must be doing some kind of classic music tonight. Of course, I can't hover. See, you saw how fast that went on a dial. It's the only thing about these dials that make it hard on these portables. Go right past the station pretty easily.
Wildland firefighters battle to do it alone.
For some communities, it's not a question of if
Let's find out what this
wildfires
is.
strike, but when. And a single ember can travel more than 1 mile. As it twists and turns and floats through the air, that single ember can find its way to where you live and can ignite and destroy
1320.
your home or your community. That single ember
I don't think I have any 1320 there. Nope. Alright. Let's roll it out. See what else we could find on the dial. A lot of stations. A lot of sensitivity here. Did I mention I didn't have to change any capacitors? Love it. Every Panasonic I've gotten, I have not had to change them. I just left them alone. Figured, you know, why bother? It's a lot of work. It's working.
Salmon's attorneys were smiling ear to ear and heard saying wow in the hallways. During the reading of the verdicts,
Let's see what
crying and sobbing, looking back at
this
her
one is here.
family. Before the trial, Salmon did confess to seeing her husband purchase a gun, watch ISIS recruitment videos, and he even asked about how bad it would be.
1420. Don't have anything for 1420. Got some music there. A couple stations kind of going over each other there. Could be 1430. So that's a St. Louis station with a lower power. That's probably why we're barely hearing it.
Standards imposed by the Obama administration to combat climate change. Automakers say the rules will cost the industry billions of dollars and raise vehicle prices. Environmentalists claim increasing the car's gas mileage will save money at the gas pump. I'm Jack Callahan, Fox News Radio.
From the Accurate Weather Center, your Talk Radio 1510 WLAC forecast. A nice start to the Easter weekend, but it looks like we end up rainy and colder on Easter Sunday.
This is Nashville, Tennessee. 434 miles. Cool.
The Kim Commando Show, Saturday mornings at 9 on News Talk 1540 KXEL.
It's coming in clear.
TB9 first alert forecast.
210 miles, Waterloo, Iowa.
Lows are back in the mid-30s.
1540. Yep.
Chance of showers ends early on Saturday.
This cruises on up to 1610.
On American territory anymore, they don't play fair. Russia is on the list.
See if I can get it.
The wrestling event begins Saturday, April 7th.
This might be it. Turn that down. Don't want to copyright. So I'm not finding that station. So 1610 is like transmitting in French right now. This is it, okay. So I may have to adjust my dial a little bit, but that's 1610 right there. It's probably Iowa City. Yeah, 1630. KCJ. It's pretty close, but it's a 1,000 watt station, so it's 175 miles though, which is pretty cool. There you go. I heard him say Iowa City. KCJJ 1630. It's the mighty. Cool. All right. Well, we can stop it there. So definitely goes past 16. Nice. Well, that's a good way to finish it up. All right, let's do our final thoughts on the Panasonic. Let's go zooming on in. All right. So yeah, if you're a vintage junkie, this is the radio to buy. It's just so much fun. So easy to work on. If you're into restoring radios, you know what you're doing. And hope you're learning on some of my videos because it really isn't that difficult. And I'm kind of learning as I'm going too. So, you know, when I started making these videos, I had no idea how to restore a radio like this. And it's, you know, just all coming with a little bit of work here and there, a little bit of research. So yeah, anybody can do it. So yeah, a radio like this, you know, $13 off the internet. You saw how it looked in the pictures. Yikes. But you know what? It can be salvaged. And I'll be honest with you, these Panasonics, you know, these early models are just amazing. You know, that you can, you know, the made in Japan, you know, they're so easy to work on. Just absolutely love it. So yeah, if you find one of these radios and it's under $20, and you like AM broadcast and you're not really, you know, you got enough FM to keep you, you know, tide it over, and you want to do an AM vintage experience, definitely give this one a go. I think you'll really enjoy this radio. Alrighty guys, well thanks for watching. You take care and goodbye.